Ayesha Erotica was a literal legend. No pun intended. Ayesha Nicole Smith, known as Ayesha Erotica on the internet, was a prominent SoundCloud artist with a decently sized cult following on the internet. She's loved by many, using a coke slut persona in order to foster an image of a loud, addicted stripper. However, Ayesha doesn't produce music anymore. In 2018, she deleted all of her music and social media accounts, and has since disappeared from the internet completely. So, why did she leave? Where did she go? What happened to Ayesha Erotica? Ayesha was a SoundCloud artist who began her music career in 2015 with her first album, Big Juicy. The same year, she released 2 other albums, Barely Legal and Cum Shot. Through the following years, Ayesha would gain quite a following and a pretty dedicated fan base. She made over 30 songs, all of which follow a distinct persona. A persona of a loud, brash, and iconic woman who carved out a niche fan base, running away from the mainstream. Ayesha released multiple albums one after another, making banger music like Literal Legend, Big Juicy, and 16. Personally, I love her style. It's really interesting, unique, and very cool. For more information on her music, you should check out Skinny Pop Legend's video. He gives more information on it. Although very talented, Ayesha has been on record for saying the N-word multiple times in an unreleased song, mocking Mexican culture, mocking drag queens, and even doing blackface. I don't want to tackle those issues too deeply here, but please keep in mind that Ayesha was not an innocent person by any means. She did some pretty fucked up things that she never addressed. All in all, however, she was quickly rising to fame, and for a good reason. It seemed like she was on top of the world and nothing could stop her. But things didn't go as planned. You may have heard the name Void for Angel thrown around when discussing the Ayesha situation. Maybe you've even heard the name being labeled as the person who doxed Ayesha Erotica and made her quit. Well, Void was already in a lot of controversy before this whole drama. He'd said some racial slurs, and he had mocked Ayesha multiple times in Discord servers. But honestly, it wasn't that bad, and he doesn't deserve to be labeled as a horrible person, like many people in Ayesha Erotica's fandom say he is. He's been repeatedly doxxed, had his nudes leak, and many other shitty things have been done to him by the Ayesha Erotica fandom. Also, he's a fucking minor, so people doing this are extra disgusting. He's a child. But what did this kid do that was so bad? Well, in March of 2018, Void for Angel attempted to dox Ayesha on a website called Doxbin. However, he failed miserably, as the only information Void could find on Ayesha were her family members' public social media accounts that everyone already knew about. So the quote-unquote dox that he posted wasn't actually a dox, it was just public information. But when Ayesha saw this dox shortly after, she freaked out. Thinking that this was the fault of one of her clients, Quinn Fatale, Ayesha doxed all of Quinn's personal information. Their home address, all the details about them, and even doxes on their whole fucking family, which she found out due to knowing his phone number because, well, he was her client. This is horrible. Even though Ayesha is a very talented person and her music bombs, we need to hold her accountable for the fucked up things she did. Doxing someone's entire family is never okay, especially given that Quinn wasn't even the person who doxed her in the first place. And even if they had, the dox wasn't even a dox, it was just a bunch of public information compiled together on Doxbin. As revenge, Quinn then leaked demos of Ayesha's music. This ultimately led to the cancellation of Horny For You, her album, and eventually made her disappear from the internet. Afterwards, Ayesha made the following statement, which probably proves that the dox wasn't the only reason she left. Ayesha disappeared after that. The only information people learned about her after the whole situation was from her music collabs with Slater and some of her other friends. But the story isn't over. In 2020, Ayesha Erotica was doxed again, but this time for real. From mysterious sources, her dead name, pre-transitioned music, and much more personal information was revealed to the public long after she disappeared. Ayesha hasn't responded to these, but it's true. These are her real docs. All in all, the story of Ayesha Erotica is a strange one. After all the fucked up things she's done, and after all the fucked up things that have happened to her, We need to learn to separate the art from the artist. From her rise and from her fall, Ayesha Erotica was truly a unique person. Okay, so I just wanted to add this at the end because this is a huge fucking misconception. Ayesha Erotica is not coming back, okay? She said herself that she's not ready for the fame, and y'all need to stop pretending that she is. Just enjoy her old music, okay? Thanks. That's a big misconception.